He got the job, baby!
Go away.
Ooh, yeah! How about the Bucs, baby? Fire the curtain! Yeah! I'm trying not to stop right there! Wait up, Will Boy! Stop! Wait up! How about them Bucs, baby?
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on a happy edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And of course, for fans of this show, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans, Tampa Bay Rays fans, as they won again. How about those Rays? Gotta love that. For everybody on this show, it's your time. So how do we start off this good time? As you know, that this is my favorite day of the week. Although I will say the day didn't start out very good at all. But somehow, some way, we rebound, we get it done, we get over 50 deals. Some of you probably don't even know what I'm talking about. I do a sales job for a living. I sell insurance quotes over the phone and transfers, and I started out with 21, which even Tom Brady thought sucked.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Because my goal is to have 30 by lunch or more. If I have 21, there should be an investigation at that point. I'm not doing my job. It's not working out, but it worked out somehow, some way. So we worked it out. How do we start off this show? Let's get to work. Bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. On tonight's show, we will have the great Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast talking about what else? Raise up. Because they sweep the Toronto Blue Jays, if you haven't noticed, and have one of the best records in all of baseball right now. How about that? Even with all the injuries. Shane McClanahan today, 5.5 innings, no runs. I mean, that's old Shane. That's Sugar Shane right there. 16.5 innings with no runs. Can he continue? Because this is what he was. This is what he was a couple years ago. So we'll definitely talk about the Tampa Bay Rays here at 9:30. Of course, we always talk about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jason Licht had some interesting comments as he was on the Pat McAfee show. So we'll get into that. And of course, Emeka Egbuka talking about passing the torch from Mike Evans, talking about what he can bring to the table, right? It's all about what you can bring to the table, what I can bring to the table, what you can bring to the table in 2026. And then, as always, we'll take your phone calls. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. If you haven't noticed, we'll go out to our sponsor, one of our main sponsors. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Whether you want a haircut, which I got it, whether you want a beard trim, which I got it, or fade, they got you covered. One of my favorite barbers, Ricky, and all the talented fine barbers there at Up the Block Barbershop. Tell them the Rolex reporter Peter Blake sent you. If that wasn't enough, this is my new baby right here, and it has been taken off. I am so proud of you Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans.
Fire the cannon!
I said I'm so proud of Bucs Nation and we are the crew Bucs fans out there. Nearly 900 subscribers for the Fan Arch Network on Bucs Latest. This is your test, Bucs fans. You wanted daily Bucs content 5 days a week for 10 to 15 minutes. My sweet spot has been 10 minutes. I'll give you 10 minutes. I'll give you 11 minutes. You can comment. You don't have to call in. And you can always watch it on YouTube, 11 a.m., 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And I also have a fan edition on Friday. So thank you very much for that. We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers. Like and subscribe to Bucs Latest, again, on the Fan Arch Network. If that wasn't enough, let's go out to this right here. It is the Carter Agency, because if you haven't noticed, we're not only on Facebook, YouTube, X, Instagram Live, LinkedIn Live. I'll try to be professional. I promise. I'll try. I said I'll try. But also TikTok. Thank you very much to the Carter Agency, because it's more than the game. We ain't playing games here on the evolution of sports talk television. So we'll get out to that. Also, Ted Turner today, passing away at 87 years old. What's your favorite Ted Turner memory? I know, being a wrestling fan, you know I'm a wrestling nerd, wrestling geek. Call me whatever you want to. I don't care. I remember Ted Turner, WCW, and Saturday nights at 6:05. That's where you had to be. If it wasn't WWF at the time, it was TBS. It was TNT. Monday Night Nitro. It's Ted Turner right there passing away. That's my memory of him. What's your memory of him? Go ahead and put the comments there in the box. And again, the phone lines are open. We'll give them out. You know the number. You should know the number by now. It's my personal number. Why? Because I take this personal. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Also, Facebook stars are there. Remy there, Peter H. Blake, YouTube, Super Chats, like and subscribe to the Sports Web, not only Bucs Latest, but the Sports Web. Give me some love, and I will give you some love back. I'll give you the content. I am a powerhouse when it comes to Bucs content, Rays content, Lightning content. I'll try my best. But I got you covered all throughout here the next couple months because training camp is just right around the corner. Rookie mini camp right around the corner. OTAs, schedule release. We'll get you through it. Don't worry. And of course, we'll always talk about baseball on this show. So I tell you what, let's go out to the comments because you guys are the lifeblood of the show, the webheads, the Tampa Bay sports fan. If you don't know, engage. You're more than welcome to engage. You're more than welcome to call in twice. Just don't suck. Please do not suck and do not bring crickets tonight, please. Do not. Don't ruin my mood. Don't do it. All right, so let's go out to Tim. Good evening, Peter. Good evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Steve right there. Hi, Peter. How are you? I like the Bucs putting 45 on Josiah Trotter. Yes, Devin White's number, but he fits maybe a little bit of a better upgrade and more thumper than Devin White. Yes, absolutely. Maybe not necessarily in coverage, but we'll see. Definitely needs to be a thumper, needs to make tackles, come in right away. How does he fit in a Todd Bowles defense at this point, being beside Alex Anzalone, who you're getting as a free agent from the Lions? Hopefully he's better in coverage because the Bucs suffered last year when it came to that linebacking core because that defense was like the Atlantic Ocean, giving tight ends and wide receivers and running backs, oh my, all kinds of space to run all around the place. So hopefully the linebackers can improve that. Hopefully this defense can improve. And of course, Trotter, a big part of that. Let's go out to Nair. Hey, Peter H. Blake, thanks for the awesome show. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. He said go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Wait up, Will Bork. Stop. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
Yeah!
Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I'll be visiting the Bay for the 4th of July weekend. Maybe me and my son will get lucky enough to bump into you, meet you in person. Would love that. Absolutely love to meet webheads out there, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. I told you I grew up as a Buccaneer fan, 8 years old. So I always love to meet Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. I see fans out all the time. It's surreal to me. I love it. I'm driving around. Once again, I brag about this all the time. I love it. I'm driving around in my Go Bucs red Tesla, and I have people laughing in the background. And I'm like, what are you laughing about? And they're saying, I watch you on TV. What are you doing here? And I'm saying, well, I'm making a little extra money. That's what I'm doing. I love that. I love when fans approach me. I think that's awesome. When I'm at the stadium, they know who I am. Speaking of, I think there was, I'm trying to think, Sarah, who called this show a lot for the draft day. I met her in person. So for me, it's so cool when Bucs fans watch this show, when Bucs fans and Tampa Bay sports fans support this show, and when they come out to your tailgate, when they come out to, you know, your remotes out there and want to be a part of the evolution of sports talk television. I think that is so cool. And I'm not scared of it. Like, I like people who come up and talk to me. I'm not going to say, if I'm busy doing something, I'm probably still going to put, being busy aside to talk to you. I will. I relish the opportunity to talk to webheads and Tampa Bay sports fans. I love it. I do. So it'll be great to meet you. If you come, let me know. We need to have a sports web get together where we get all the webheads together and we eat some wings. Yes, I'm talking to you, Mr. Williams, because Harry the Greek still owes you some wings. We got to get that one of these days, hopefully. It's only been, 2 or 3 years to that poor guy. He continues to call and ask for his wings, and Harry the Greek's like, well, I don't have it, or I'm doing something different. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. So we got to have a get-together with all the webheads. T-shirts are out there. We got to definitely get an order of that. Get with my guy, Travis Meserol of Sure Shots. We'll make that happen. I know there's a lot of people out there that likes the shirts. They like the polos, which I decided to sell. They like the black shirt with my face on it. Somebody told me this weekend I wouldn't get a shirt with your face on it. I'm like, you're not a webhead. And you can support me, but you're not a webhead. If you're going to say that, you're not a webhead. You don't know what truly the sports web is all about. I'm not saying it's about me. I'm just saying that statement, bring your passion, bring your excitement, just don't bring any nonsense, isn't just the beginning of the show. It means that we have arrived. We saying Tampa Bay sports fans. We saying Go Bucs fans. We saying Raise Up fans. We saying Tampa Bay Lightning fans. We saying sports fans in general. And we're not going anywhere. This is a TV and radio show without the station. I could basically go live anytime I want to, just like that. I just got to have Wi-Fi. I invested $10,000 in my own equipment. And we got some things in store for you in the next couple weeks. Trust me. If you follow this show, the Expos, Hardy Nickerson's coming out possibly, Leonard Fournette, Simeon Rice. You know I don't play around. When I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it. We had Booger McFarland. We've had all kinds of guests on this show. So continue to watch. And again, anybody saying they don't want my face on the back of their shirt, don't wear it. Move on. Do something different. There's plenty of sports talk shows out there at 9 o'clock at night locally. Oh, wait a minute. There isn't.
That's good enough to suck right there.
By the way, to give you a Todd Bowles watch here, because I'm just ranting on, it's 9:24 at night. It is May 6th. And by the way, Todd Bowles is still your head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, Todd. There you go. Lots of Bucs fans wanted him fired, but once again, not happening, I guess. Sorry. All right. Let's go out to these commenters. I appreciate you listening to me rant and rave, do my monologue, get all that information out there, but I really do. I appreciate it. I can't say enough. I love the likes. I like the shares. I like the follows. When you guys take it out of your day, when people say, I'm in a hospital bed like Mr. Williams was last week, and I'm watching your show because it takes my mind off of it, boom, boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Right? That's what it's all about. This show, taking your mind off of whatever you're dealing with at the time, whether it's bills, whether it's tragedy in your family. God bless you. You got my prayers. But you also have my attention. And I'm going to try to take your mind off of whatever is going on in your life right now. And you do the same for me. And I appreciate that. With Bucs talk and Rays talk, usually the majority of the time Bucs talk. We talk lots of Bucs here. So first of all, go Rays. They've been doing great. Second, Ruben Bain. I'm so excited they got my boy from the U. So excited to see what he brings to the team. Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
We got the job, baby.
I had to do something different there. It is exciting time.
Fire the cannon.
Absolutely. We will. There we go right there. So, yeah, Ruben Bain, number 3. What about that, huh? Jameis Winston's old number? He's now Ruben Bain Jr. So what do you think about the number there, Ruben Bain Jr.? Christopher Cole says, evening, everyone. Evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's go out to Armand Davis, 6407. I'm so sick of Bucs fans talking down on our new middle linebacker. He's now my new favorite Buck. We'll get his jersey soon as he's available to buy. Just give the young man a chance to prove himself. Yes, he hasn't even hit the field yet. I get it. He's 45. Doesn't necessarily mean he's Devin White. But again, I continue to caution Bucs fans. When Devin White came into the league, he was pretty damn good. And if you go back, Bucs fans, and you watch that, you watch the season. Just watch the season. Watch the postseason. Watch White against the Saints. Watch what he does. Watch him. Watch how good he was that year for that Bucs team. People call him a bust. No, he was productive. He's one of the main reasons why they won the Super Bowl in the first place. Not a bad thing. Hopefully Trotter is better than White. He's got the athleticism where Todd Bowles can get real creative with him to blitz. Hopefully get after the quarterback. That's what it's all about, getting after the quarterback, whether it's at the linebacking position, the edge position, the defensive tackle position, the cornerback position, the safety. We know Todd Bowles wants to bring the house sometimes. I think he has the talent to do it. I do. I think you guys should be real excited about this defense. I know right now they haven't done anything, but look at the talent. It's there. We'll talk about it here on The Evolution. I like that. All right. Enough of me talking. Let's go out to the phone lines here. We'll get back to the comments in a moment. Let's go out to it. What's your name? Where you're calling from? You're on the Evolution.
Hey, Peter, Jeremy, how you doing, brother?
I am doing great, my friend. How are you doing?
Good, man. Blessed, man. Draft's over, ready for football season. The lightning kind of broke my heart.
Yes.
But, hey, that's life, man. We just keep going.
That's it. Keep on going. I know a lot of disappointed Lightning fans are out there, but, they'll have to make some changes. We'll see how it goes. Anybody thinking that John Cooper is fired, I think that's complete nonsense. We'll see what, kind of changes they make in the offseason. But it's disappointing. Of course it's disappointing. 4 straight years out in the first round. But I want to put this in perspective for Lightning fans. John Cooper's won 2 cups. That Lightning organization has gone all in. They've had some bad luck lately. And then on top of it, your superstars are not producing. Nikita Kucherov's not producing. Braden Point is not producing, whether he's hurt or not. You don't have Victor Hedman. I know those are all excuses, but your superstars have to come and play. And if they don't, then you're probably going to have some wholesale changes in this offseason. And once again, we got you covered here on the Evolution. So what's on your mind tonight?
Not much, man. I mean, I saw the jersey numbers.
Not much? What do you mean not much? Let's start this over again. What's on your mind tonight, Jeremy? In fact, do this for me. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Now bring it. Come on.
You're right. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I'm really excited for a rookie minicamp.
Rookie minicamp. All right. What's got you so excited about rookie minicamp?
Just seeing the rookies get in there, wearing the Buccaneers uniform, working with the new coaches, see how that goes. I'm just looking forward to see Bane, what he brings to the table. I think the guy's just like Warren Sapp vibes to me with his attitude, and I like it. That's what this defense needs for the most part. And plus, I'm also excited for Hurst, the receiver, man. I really like this kid. He went to Valdosta State, my hometown. That's where I'm from.
Okay.
At first, before he transferred to Georgia State. And pretty much, I mean, the guy just, went off at a small university. I like what he brings. I hope he'll be rushed to play like Egbuka did last year. But hopefully he'll get some opportunities to go out there, make some clutch catches. Because right now, honestly, our offense probably is our key thing right now going into the season. Because the defense is going to take some time to come together.
Well, it may take some time, or they may come in right away and be productive. You're exactly right. Health on both ends. We'll get into what Jason Licht had to say yesterday on the Pat McAfee show about the health of this situation, about this offense. I think this is the most exciting aspect of this Bucs team. People said, bite your tongue when you say this. But I'm going to say it again. I think this Bucs team is a lot better without Mike Evans, and this is why, because they're going to be able to give these young wide receivers that opportunity. Love what Mike Evans brings. I think he's a mismatch. But I also know that with Evans, he hasn't been able to stay healthy the last couple years here. You're finally going to be able to see what those kids in that wide receiving room are going to have in an Emeka Egbuka. Maybe he takes that next step of a Jackson Najigba. I'm trying to think of his last name, but Jackson Najigba there. Najigba Jackson from
Smith and Jibba.
Yes, there you go, from Seattle. Maybe he takes that next step. You got Jalen McMillan. You've got Chris Godwin coming back, hopefully being healthy. Tez Johnson, Ted Hurst you talked about. So we'll see how this all plays out. But I'm most excited about this offense because, once again, if this offensive line can stay healthy, I think the sky's the limit. They could get back to a top 5, top 10 offense. What do you say?
No, I mean, you nailed it, Peter. I agree 100%. I was just going to say that O-line stays healthy like they weren't last year. I promise you, this offense is going to be top 10 with Zach Robinson being the play caller. I'll be guaranteeing that. And don't sleep on McMillan, man. I really like this kid too. There's another guy no one really talks about as much, and this kid can make plays as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing the receiving group. But that's another guy to keep an eye on, McMillan, on the receiving yards.
You're absolutely right about that. I agree with you on that. What else? Because we're going to get out to L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast and talk about this hot team right now, your Tampa Bay Rays. What else is on your mind?
No, I will say I was at the Rays game earlier today with my toddler. I took her to her first Rays game.
Oh, look at that. See, that's what you got to do. You got to corrupt them while they're young. Good man right there. You're a good father. We talked about this before. You have another kid also that you got a jersey for. Is that correct? Did I know this correctly? A couple of years ago, you got a jersey? Okay.
Yes.
All right, good to go.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, Peter. No, thank you very much, man. Like I said, the Rays looked really good out there today. And I will say, you got to check out the Sky Dip, man. It's worth the money. Whatever you spend, I got to say, the Sky Dip's probably the best experience. We're about to Trop right now.
And what is that? Go ahead and explain that to people out there that don't know what that is.
So pretty much the Sky Deck, it's all-inclusive on beer, wine, of course, regular beverages if you don't drink, which is cool, popcorn, pretty much ballpark snacks, pretzel, nachos, all-inclusive the whole game. Well, with the alcohol, it's till 7th inning. But, however, you get your money's worth paying $40 to $50 at times. Sometimes it could be more with the Yankees coming in, which is like $80, but still it's worth it. Because if you go with a friend, I mean, you're saving, or even take a hot date. I mean, you save a lot of money because, you know.
It's a good idea, especially if they like baseball, they like sports. If they don't, I had somebody tell me one time, I'd rather go to hell than go to a baseball game. That probably was not the one for me. Let's just say that.
No, that's not. I agree 100%, man.
All right, my friend. Appreciate the call as always. All right.
You too, Peter. You take care, man. God bless.
All right, God bless. Use that second call if you want to. Let's get out to this guy right here of the Rays Rewind podcast. I mean, listen, who would have thought? Because everybody was panicking like they always do as a Tampa Bay sports fan. We're on with Bushman, the Rays Rewind podcast. Everybody was in a panic. The bullpen is bad, and they had their moments. The offense wasn't good enough. And here is a Tampa Bay Rays team, even with the injury situation to their pitching staff, which we'll kind of start out with, that continues to prove everybody wrong. We talked about on this show, possibly 90, 93 wins. I mean, man, you've got to be elated about this Rays team. Welcome to the Evolution here on a Wednesday night.
What's up, Peter? Happy Wednesday to you, man. Thanks for
What's going on? What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good. Everything is well in Rays baseball land. James is on the comments saying I got my playoff bearded male already. Hey man, you got to grow it out when it's baseball season. So yeah, man, I think where they're at is, look, I had my doubts at the beginning of the season, especially with the question marks about how the lineup's gonna do, where we're gonna get power from. You only had Diaz and Caminero and Aranda, and then who is everybody else? And then also questions about the bullpen. Are they going to be like last year? They started off kind of like last year, and also with the rotation too. But now it just seems to be all clicking in place. Obviously, we've had a couple injuries to the rotation, but it just seems everything else is starting to click and fall into place. And right now, we're the second best team in the AL. Actually, I consider us the first. I think the very best team in the AL because we swept the Yankees.
Correct.
And I think we are the best team in the AL, even though we're in second place to the Yankees. So, you can debate on that if you want to.
Well, you can debate all day long, but what you can't debate is, again, this team is getting, the pitching. Shane McClanahan, namely, 5.5 innings today, 16 and 2/3 or something like that, scoreless innings, I believe. Getting back to the old Shane, I don't want to curse it. He was frustrated early. Now he's just letting it rip. Maybe he returns to that form, a couple years ago, being one of the best young pitchers in Major League Baseball. What do you see?
Yeah, I see that it's progressing every single start. And what's great about him, he's such a competitor, and he's such a guy that's hard on himself. And we saw his past news conferences, when his first couple of starts happened, and he was just so frustrated with himself. And Drew and I talked about this on our show. It's like, look, he's got to understand it's baby steps. You can't return back to form overnight. If you did, then that would be a miraculous thing that happens. But I think he's well on his way to almost being, vintage. I mean, I think he was vintage Shane McClanahan the past couple of starts, and we saw that today too against the Blue Jays. And as I say, it's the roller coaster, and he's still going up that roller coaster hill almost to where that peak is right before you hit the stride. And I think every single start it's just going to get better and better. And if he's continuing to be locked in, and so is Raz, and so is Nick Martinez. The rest of the guys that they got to plug in there because of injuries to Pepio and also to now, Steven Matz. I think it's going to be good because look, the bullpen is helping out the rotation too as well. And, they're bringing up guys to fill in those gaps to where we lost, Matz and also Pepio. So, but it's great to see him be vintage Shane McClanahan. And I think that's what everybody, has hoped for him to come back with. And obviously, I think he said this the other day. It's like, they could have given up on me. They could have just, cut me loose and say, hey, you know what, we're going to move on. But, what the Rays do, what the Rays do is they have faith in their pitchers, and Shane just looks phenomenal right now. And if he doesn't win comeback player of the year, then, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't know what's going on either, and you're exactly right. Again, a 5 2/3 innings of 2 hit, 1 walk, 4 strikeout ball. You'll take that all day long. You give it over to your bullpen. Bullpen has definitely been improved. Bullpen by committee, easy for me to say. Baker there, but Sugar Shane again, 16 2/3 scoreless inning streak. What do you see different from him? Is it velocity? Is it control? Is it not? Is it between the ears, him not getting down on himself? What's the difference between the beginning of the year and now? And I get it, it's still the beginning of the year, but now it seems like he's more comfortable. What do you think the biggest difference is here the last couple of starts?
I think it's just trusting the process, and then trusting that every single time that you start, you're gonna dust off a little bit of that rust that was on the arm before. And every single start we see the velocity get to where it should be, where it needs to be, where it has been in the past. And that's what's great about it too, is the velocity hasn't dropped at all. And I think it's all with the mechanics too as well. And Kyle Snyder is one of the best. I know he gets a lot of flack sometimes from the Facebook GMs and also the Twitter GMs too as well, but he's one of the best pitching coaches out there right now. And they're continuously working with those guys to make things a lot better. And with Shane, it's I think he knew that, the first couple of weeks of the season were probably going to be shaky, but obviously since he's such a competitor, he wants to be back to form. But, I think with the way he's pitching right now, he's so locked in. It's almost as just like he's got blinders on, almost like a guy almost like a horse in the Kentucky Derby, where you got blinders on and you're just looking forward to the next start.
All right, let's talk about the injury situation. Not great news there. Pepio, hip injury, out for the year. Matt's going down for a little bit. He's been impressive. Again, impressive pickups by the Rays. Nick Martinez, Matz, Joe Boyle, Griffin Jacks looking like, what are they going to do here? They still have a good pitching staff, but what are they going to do? Because hopefully you don't get into that situation where you start to lose too many pitchers. You depend on your bullpen, although the Rays have been able to explore this possibility before with Zach Littell. Maybe Griffin Jacks, instead of being a closer or being, a middle reliever, maybe he's actually a starter at this point with his stuff. What do you say?
Yeah, and that's what they have planned. I think before the Matz injury happened, there was talk about, I think after the Pepio injury happened, where they knew he's going to be out for the year, the conversation was, hey, we're going to convert Jacks into a starter, and that's what's going to happen. He's going to start game over the Boston series tomorrow night, and that's what's going to happen. Is he's going to be kind of like a de facto starter going forward. And we've seen the success coming off of that. We've seen Jeffrey Springs do that, Zach Littell, also Drew Rasmussen, who is now pretty much the number one guy of the rotation, and he used to work the bullpen too as well. So the Rays can get really creative with the rotation. Obviously, losing Pep, for the rest of the season, we'll see him in 2027, but it's a blow to the rotation, but they were doing pretty well without him. We hadn't seen him since the spring. So, Joe Boyle's coming back. He's probably going to make, those spot starts. He'll probably maybe convert into the bullpen too as well. But I think we're at the point, it's like, we can't risk any more injuries. We can't do it anymore. And, what they said the other day about Steven Matz was they caught it early for the elbow inflammation. Hopefully that's just the case and he's back soon. When it comes to elbow inflammation, it's usually, he's got to go on the IL, and then it's TJ, and then he's out for the rest of the year. So, but yeah, the Rays are getting creative with the arms that they have. Hopefully they all stay healthy, and you never know. The Rays could make a move here the next couple of months. If they're really needing an arm, they could go out and trade for a guy. Or, hey, Chris Paddock was just released by the Marlins. They could go and get him for next to nothing and maybe turn him around and put him in the rotation too as well.
Yeah, you talk about this rotation, 3.16 ERA. Really, we always say it here, right? It's all about pitching and defense. It's back now. It wasn't there last year, maybe early on in the season, and then it fell off. This year, it's certainly different, especially to Toronto, which is, again, the Trop has been a house of horrors for them. Since 2021, the Jays have a 655 OPS and are 10-22 record under the title roof at one Tropicana Field. Losers of 10 in the last 12. they have their number for some reason. And that's why you're happy to be at the Trop. I get it. Breeze, like it's indoors. You get the taste of outdoor baseball, but it certainly seemed like that Rays team really wilted under that heat and that pressure. Tell you what, one of the big Ray fans, he loves to talk to you. We're going to go out to him. Let's go out to Alex. Alex, you're on with yours truly, along with Mr. L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I didn't know.
You knew.
He
Come
was still
on.
in there. I didn't know he was still in there. Hey, how about them Rays, guys?
How about them Rays? Playing pretty well. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, man. Let me say something about this team. Guys, are we just doing everything right? Guys, we go back a month ago, and we can flip the script, and we didn't know what we were going to get from this team. A lot of things that were well unknown. The bullpen, obviously, the bullpen had a very, very rough start. The starting rotation, you didn't get Pepio in. Who was going to be that fourth, fifth starter? Guys, man, just starting with our starting rotation, has our starting rotation not absolutely been probably the best in baseball?
I mean, again, 3.16 ERA. You have that type of ERA. You have that type of pitching. You go quality starts. We just talked about Shane McClanahan, 5 2/3, 16 2/3 scoreless innings. When you're getting that and you give it off to your bullpen, and your bullpen and those high leverage situations is able to get out of it, and you're stopping a team from scoring any runs, which they did to Toronto today. Of course, you're going to win games more than less.
I tell you what, guys. I tell you what, Alex and Peter. I think also the
front two, guys. I'll admit up front too. I was completely wrong about our boy Nick Martinez. My God, has he just been probably a lights out guy too? Our starting rotation alone is just absolutely probably the best in baseball.
Alex, stand by here. Go ahead, El Bushman. What you were going to say?
I was gonna say I think the biggest factor, and I think it's been night and day, and we had Nick Martinez on the latest episode of the Rays Rewind podcast, and he really said that the biggest thing was the guys really love playing together, and I think that's a big thing too. When you have a group of guys that just want to go hang out with the boys and have fun with each other, and you can see it on the field. They love to play with each other, and I think that's the biggest thing that I've seen with this team is huge. And we saw last year wasn't so much, maybe the year before that wasn't as great as either, but this team is having fun. They're playing for baseball is fun, and this is what this team is doing this year. Is they're gelling as a unit, and that's what you want to see out of a winning team, is a team that not only plays well together, but they're also hanging out outside of the Trop. They're going and hanging out. This is what Nick Martinez was telling us. They go on trip, they go out and hang out with each other, play video games, they go on fishing trips, they just go and hang out with each other. And I think that's huge, especially with this team, is if you have that clubhouse chemistry, it's going to translate onto the field. And we've seen that so far. And look, this team is pretty much the best team in the AL right now. And I know that's not saying a lot because the AL right now kind of sucks, but overall, this team is fun to watch. They're playing great baseball, and so far, it's paying dividends right now with the type of product that you're seeing on the field. And maybe it's all good vibes and good juju because we have new ownership and the stadium deals maybe about to get done, and people are coming to the Trop and seeing the team play. But I think it starts with the team itself, with the clubhouse culture that's been going on right now, and I think that's a huge thing.
Alex, I appreciate the call, man.
Yeah,
go ahead,
guys,
finish up.
Just this last thing too, I want to say before I go. Another key thing to why this team is so successful is you're seeing a lot of small ball, and a lot of small ball is the key to this team's success. Also, you're getting guys like guys that I'd never heard of before this season, and Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
What a guy that guy was. He's been absolutely incredible. Simpson playing a lot of small ball. You're seeing this entire team just finding impressive ways to win. And just like last night against the Jays, I know they got a win today, but just a lot of come back from behind wins. And man, L. Bushman, I'm a big fan of you. I follow everything that you do on Twitter. Good stuff. But man, I know you're excited about this Rays team, but there's something special about this team. Maybe it is new ownership. Maybe it is a new start to Rays baseball, that you're getting an ownership and starting with Kim Babby, who you're seeing all over this community,
that cares.
Actually show that not only that the Rays belong here, but that they are loved in the community.
Alex, appreciate the call. Use
Thanks,
the second
guys.
one. All right. So, yeah, good stuff there. Rays Talk here with L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind Podcast. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I promise we'll get back to the Bucs in just a moment. I got you, Bucs fans. Talk about this new stadium situation. They have a sit down. Fans come in, talk. One of the guys there, Devin, just absolutely killed it.
Oh, he crushed it last night. I saw the video replay. I know JP was there with he's dubbing a group of guys called the Petermans now?
The Petermans, yes. The Petermans. You got to love that. The Peterman. I wish I was there. I had to work, but the Petermans were out there in full force.
I love it.
JP Peterson, right? So what do you think of this whole stadium situation? Is it going to get done? I think it's going to get done.
Look, you know me, Peter. We kind of stopped talking about the stadium stuff on my show. So, but I mean, I have here and there been following it, and last night's board meeting or community workshop that they had last night, I watched a little bit of it, and to see the Rays fans come out. And from what I heard from the inside, that they were told to be quiet after they were clapping and cheering, which it kind of shows me that Rays fans are for real. They want baseball to stay in Tampa. I think JP Peterson did tweet out today. He talked to one of the county commissioners, just saying the deal's all but 99% done. So I think there's still a lot of stuff that has to get ironed out. Obviously they've got their detractors that think this is a bad idea, and obviously they don't want taxpayers to pay money. But I think as an investment into Tampa itself and that area, it's a no-brainer, man. You're going to create so many jobs. It's going to bring in hundreds of millions of dollars, even in the billions, with the types of concerts and events that they're going to be holding there too as well. And just, turning around that area too as well. I know Del Mabry isn't the greatest. I mean, but if you have a centralized site where it's going to be a hub, like where the Lightning play at, it's going to be, it'll turn like the whole area around. And I think it's just a no-brainer. And obviously you're going to have the detractors that just, don't want it to happen because of the money they have to spend on it. And they don't think the one old guy that said baseball isn't going to work in the South. It's just the dumbest comment I've heard in my life. Just because we don't have 4 seasons, we only have 2. You play in a dome? Who cares if you have? We don't care about seasons here in Florida. We care nice weather and nice beaches. That's all we care about. So, I think it's going to get done. I think it's going to take a little bit longer than what the Rays want. Obviously, May is where I know they threw out a non-binding agreement, which they want this month. But I think the wheels are still turning. I think there's still a lot more to go, but I think it's going to get done, and we'll see a new stadium. Hopefully, I mean, fingers crossed. I mean, like I think a lot of people said, look, it's Tampa's deal to screw up, and like Devin said in his really impassioned speech last night, there's a ton of teams, there's a line of teams or line of cities, just waiting for us to screw it up, that want to take this from us because it's such a great deal and it's such a great product that they could have in their city. So you have a group of owners that really want this to happen. They really want this to stay in Tampa, and they are they really care about this team and this area. And look, when you bring a new shiny new stadium, it's going to bring bigger and bigger revenue. And guess what? With new revenue, you get to bring in star players, and you get to keep the players that you want. You get to keep the Junior Camaroneros of the world. You get to keep the Shane McClanahan's of the world. You get to keep those players that for so many years that we have to either trade them away or give them to somebody else because we can't pay them enough. Well, with a new stadium that's going to bring in more money, you get to keep them, and you get to bring in more players, big name players. So, it's a no-brainer. It's got to get done.
On that note, I think we should just end it right there, my friend. Go ahead and promote yourself here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, the Rays Rewind podcast, Mr. L. Bushman.
Yeah, you can catch the latest episode at the Sick Podcast Rays Rewind YouTube page. Nick Martinez was on our latest episode. You can go on there and check that out as well, and then go to our Instagram page at the Sick Podcast Rays Rewind Pod.
All right, love it. Good stuff, my friend. Keep on killing it. L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast. Thanks a lot for the time. We'll see you next week here on the Sports Web.
Thanks, Peter.
All right, there you go, Mr. L. Bushman. So if you want to talk Rays, it's wide open, but I know what you guys want to talk about. You want to talk Bucs. So let's talk Bucs. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. We'll get back to these comments in just a moment. Let me go ahead and set the table just a little bit because Jason Licht was on the Pat McAfee show yesterday talking about the state of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2026. He says, well, knock on wood. I'll do that. Hopefully it didn't wake up my dog or the housemates in the house here. We got to stay healthy on offense right now. It's everybody. We're looking real good there. I think when we're healthy, we have one of the best offensive lines in the league and very, very happy with that. Last year we went through a lot of injuries along the offensive line. We had a lot of different combinations there with both tackles being hurt, Cody Malk being out for most of the year, Ben Bredesen being hurt at some point. And then also talking about, I think Graham Barton, our center, was the only one that played every game on the entire offense. Is that crazy? The center who is absolutely criticized on this show by realtor David Zuzman. He played every snap. So to have that offensive line, get that running game going again, and then keeping Baker healthy, I think it's going to make a huge difference. And last year we lost Kalijah. That was huge. We lost a rookie, talking about, again, David Walker, who we were expecting some of the really good things for the whole year. And then with the additions that we made, we kind of made a little bit of a concerted effort to add to that defense and get our pass rush going and bring in some versatile pieces that Todd likes to use and blitz in blitz packages. And we know it's one of those drafts where we're able to accomplish the things that we wanted, which made it feel very good at the end. That was Jason Licht on the Pat McAfee show. So your thoughts on those comments? Once again, we continue to say it. It was the injury situation. And I continue to say, everybody thinking that the season is over with before it started because of the bad taste that you got in your mouth last year, pump your brakes. Former co-host used to say that, Sean the Sports Don. Love you, brother. Say it all the time. Pump your brakes. You're overcooking the grits. Spider. What he would say. The reason why you're overcooking the grits at this point is because this team started out 6-2. And they still got lots of talent. And it starts with Baker Mayfield, which we got a report today. All kinds of reports about Baker Mayfield re-signing. So if you are not a Baker Mayfield fan, Brent, love you, brother, you're not going to want to hear the next couple of reports that we got. In fact, Adam Schefter had something to say about that today. We'll get to that in a moment. But we'll get out to the comments. It's interesting, right? I can sit here and make those excuses. The national, local media can make those excuses, but you have Jason Licht saying it. We feel like if we're healthy on that offensive line, no one can stop us. We feel like if we get that running game in check, which is the reason why you bring in Zach Robinson in the first place, which, by the way, Robinson the last 2 years, top 10 rushing attack. What were they? 8th in rushing. I get it's Bijan Robinson. You also had Tyler Algier, which is good. You got Bucky Irving coming off an injury. You've got Kenneth Gainwell, Sean Tucker. Pretty good start right there with your running back room. 2 straight years in the top 10. That's what you got to get back to. That's what makes this offense dynamic. Adding Kenneth Gainwell to that running back room where he's able to take the pressure off of a Bucky Irving. But you got to get back to it. And the way you get back to it, it starts up front. It starts with that offensive line. That line has to protect Baker Mayfield. And then who is the biggest key for this defensive line? I continue to talk about it ad nauseum. I'm like a broken record. I'm like a bad rap song or hip hop song that you hear over and over and over again. You know what I'm talking about. You do. You got to get Kalijah Kancey back. He's the biggest key to that defensive line. If he stays healthy, everything is different. Yaya is better. He had some comments yesterday about his leadership role stepping up. Bain Jr. on the other side. Of course, Vita Vea. People forget about him. He's getting up there in age, but still very productive. Elijah Cansey is the key. Talk about it. And then you get Todd Bowles the weapons he wants. We talked about it all offseason. Well, the reason why the defense has suffered because of what? Todd Bowles doesn't have the pieces. Now he's got the pieces. Now he's got Reuben Bain Jr. Now you got David Walker coming back, who's an unknown. But they got a lot of expectations for this kid, this young man coming into his first year, his real first year. Not last year because he didn't play a snap. And then Keontae Scott in the back end. I'm excited about this back end. This back end excites me more than this front end. It does. Jacob Harris, Keontae Scott, Benjamin Morrison, Zion McCollum, Antoine Winfield Jr., Tyke Smith, J.J. Roberts. A lot of talent there. A lot of talent. So, Bucs fans, what do you think? 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. We'll get back out to these comments right now. Let's go ahead and read them. Let's go out to Zach Mitchell, big-time Tampa Bay Lightning fan. To get that right there. Pete, the Lightning give me blue balls. Well, that's a problem. I'm sorry to hear that. I think after the 1-0 overtime win and do-or-die game, they would come back home and win. But no, do-or-die home playoff games, the Bolts don't show up. Urgency isn't there. Needs to be addressed this offseason. Is that coaching? I don't know what it is. You're exactly right. That's what hindered this team all year long. When it came to the Tampa Bay Lightning, slow starts. We talked about in the postseason how it would catch up, how this team, they continue to turn it on, turn it off. Your superstars don't show up. Game 5 comes to mind. What a terrible flat effort. Forget about Game 7. Game 7, they did everything they could. You hold a team to 9 shots, you should win. But your superstars got to show up. Your Nikita Kucherov's got to show up. Your Braden Point's got to show up. Your Nick Paul's got to show up. They've got to show up and show out. They got to score. You got to put the biscuit in the basket. They weren't able to do that. And I think they gave their 2 fluky goals. If anybody doubts Andre Vasilevsky is not one of the top goalies in the league, I'm going to steal a word that I continue to say when I talk to sports fans that are nonsensical. You are a lunatic. Because Vasilevsky was definitely one of the main reasons why this team was competitive all year long, one of the top teams in the league, and he's still one of the top goalies in the league. Period. You guys say I don't know hockey. I watch some hockey now. Come on now. Better stop with that mess. James says you should start a Sports Web Discord page. Just a thought. I know you and I have disagreements and interesting moments. Haha, Bucs Report, but I appreciate what you do. I hope when my show launches in June that we can make it as excellent as this one. You know me, man. We are cool. We're cool, even from Bucs Report. We are cool, my friend. Definitely can call in anytime you want to, especially now. Let's go out to the phone lines. Let's stop jabbering. Let's go ahead and go out to Ed. Ed, welcome to the Evolution.
Hey, I got a big question, bro. Did McMillan go to another team?
Jalen McMillan? No, he's still on the Bucs. Yeah, he's still on the Bucs.
Okay.
Who gave you that information?
Why people talk so much crap?
Well,
on
because
Facebook
because first and foremost, if there's any time that you feel like there's something amiss or there's a rumor out there or there's somebody going to another team, inbox me either on Facebook. I believe we're friends on Instagram. Inbox me and say, hey, Pete, is this AI? Is this nonsense? And I will let you know. And first, by the way, if Jalen McMillan got traded or went somewhere, that we would have had an early edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, because anytime something happens with your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we are all over it on this show. You know this, Ed. How long have you watched this show? How long have you? Okay.
I know. I thought right away it was a stupid rumor.
Okay, so there
I even posted on there that this is a lie.
You answered your question. There you go. It's fake news. That's it. There you go. Fake news. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I knew he would go. He's going to make big bucks if he stays here now because Evans is gone. That kid's got talent. We got talented receivers, and we just got 2 more. What are we going to do with all these guys?
It's a good problem to have, my friend. I'm curious to see what Zach Robin. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I'm really
excited to watch Hurst. I heard this kid is exciting to watch.
Yeah, and
I heard he's a little bit like O.J. Beckham Jr. That's what I heard.
He's like what?
O.J. Beckham Jr. I heard he's
Odell Beckham Jr. I've heard comparisons.
Well,
I've had more comparisons of Larry Fitzgerald, and that's what Steve Smith Sr. said. The thorn in the side of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for all those years when he was with the Carolina Panthers. He said, Larry Fitzgerald, you watch the tape. I know, again, comparisons are tough. Sometimes they're insane, but you watch the tape, definitely some moments there where you see Larry Fitzgerald. Now, can he turn out to be Larry Fitzgerald? We'll see, because Fitzgerald was as a Hall of Fame receiver. So if you get a Hall of Fame receiver in the third round, and once again, Jason, that's good value, right?
Yeah, it's great value.
It is great value.
Can't ask for anything better now.
There you go.
Mike Evans was a number one pick, right?
He was the number one pick, yes. 7th overall, all the way back in 2014. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still sad to see him go, but we still got a good wide receiving core. We'll be all right. We just did an upgrade. 2 really good guys that got talent. I think we're going to be fine offensively.
Listen, I put it out there. I think the Bucs are going to be a better team without Mike Evans offensively. I do.
Yeah, because now it opened up some money, and the Bucs were able to pick up some guys.
Not only money, but it opens up the opportunity. You talk about it, right? Emeka Egbuka, last year, 938 yards, 63 catches, 6 touchdowns. The second half of the year really hit that rookie wall. Don't know if it was injury. Don't know if it was a rookie wall or not. But he could ascend. You talk about Jalen McMillan. Yeah. He's a receiver that's shown flashes of brilliance. You talk about Chris Godwin, can be one of the top receivers on the league. Mr. Third Down, Mr. Dependable. Tez Johnson, the electricity.
Slot.
Yes.
Put him back in the slot.
Yes, you can put him back in the slot. You can put your Egbuka on the outside, McMillan on the outside at this point. You have Tez Johnson, who has speed, electricity. You have Ted Hurst, who has speed and electricity. The unknown there. Possibly a guy like Eric Rivers is an undrafted free agent from Georgia Tech. Maybe he makes this team over what they have. They still have receivers in that room that could vie for a job, but it's a good problem to have, because here's what we know, Ed. What do we know? Let's apply what we know, right? My father used to say it all the time. Apply what you know, son. Here's what we know. The wide receiving room hasn't been able to stay healthy the last couple of years. So you need as many wide receiving bodies as possible. You need them to stay healthy, once again, knock on wood, and you need them to be productive in this offense to help Baker Mayfield out.
Yeah, what we need is like 2 or 3 of them to stay healthy all year, so we can get some chemistry there with him and with Baker and the receivers.
Well, I think they got some. I think they got some.
A great offense.
I think they got some chemistry already going back to last year. I think it comes down to how are they going to be used in this offense? How is Egbuka going to take that next step? Could he be, as I said, Jackson Smith and Jigba from the Seattle Seahawks? How dynamic, how fantastic was he for the Seattle Seahawks from the same university, Ohio State University? Brian Hartline, now the coach of USF. Yes, I said the new coach of USF. He was the one who developed those wide receivers. Marvin Harrison Jr. comes to mind. Those wide receivers are a different breed, if you will. When they come in, they're ready to play. Egbuka was ready to play the first half. What happened the second half, whether it was, Mike Evans, the injuries to him, the offense not being able to use them, but you have an offensive coordinator in Zach Robinson who will be able to utilize those weapons. And I'm curious to see how this offense is going to take off. I'm curious to see what the dynamic is.
I'm very excited about the offense, but I'm really excited about the defense. I'm thinking they're going to get over 30 sacks this year.
Well, they had, 37 sacks last year. Was not good enough. So hopefully it's a lot more than 30 sacks.
Maybe they get to 40 sacks.
40 year. Or 50 sacks would be nice. Yeah. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes. All right. What else, Ed, is on your mind?
So do you think maybe that they will, now that they have a decent backup to Baker, that they will probably, bring him out and rest Baker at times? Try not to get him when we're ahead, when we're up big. Do we have to have Baker in there? No, we could put the backup in now, and he won't throw away the game, because I think that guy behind Baker that we got is actually pretty talented. He's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, Jake Browning. Jake Browning didn't have a great year for Cincinnati, but he's a veteran quarterback. He's been able to start in some big games. He's had some good games. Again, took a step back last year. I think 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. But he's got the experience. He's a lot better than Teddy Bridgewater. Nothing against Bridgewater, love Bridge, but when you're coming from, being a high school football coach to a backup quarterback, that transition is not necessarily going to work out. He didn't look his best, even though he secured a backup spot with the Detroit Lions. So we'll see how that works out. But you're exactly right. That backup position has gotten better. What you hope for, and again, it goes back to what Jason Licht said on Pat McAfee. You got to keep him healthy. And, Baker's got to do it for himself. If he gets this extension, which, again, any day now, any week now, any month now, it's going to happen sooner than later. He's got to be able to alleviate those big-time hits because this team needs him. He is their franchise quarterback, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. He is and could actually, if he gets this contract extension, he could be actually the longest tenured quarterback in Bucs history. Now, I know it's a graveyard, but think about that. In the 50 years, 51 seasons of Tampa Bay Buccaneer football, Baker Mayfield.
Well, that's because we didn't develop him.
But I'm saying it's a good thing. That's a good thing, though. Baker Mayfield could be the longest tenured starting quarterback in Bucs history. Who would have thought that? Baker Mayfield off the scrap heap, $4 million. Jason Licht picks him up. He doesn't think he's going to be anything, but he is. So he could be the longest tenured quarterback.
I'm a little nervous about giving him money right now.
Why? Why are you nervous about giving Baker Mayfield money? Has he? Let me convince you.
Second half season that he had last year.
Was he hurt?
I'm kind of nervous.
Was he hurt?
Yeah, I guarantee you.
How many injuries?
He had to play every down.
How many injuries did he have last year, Ed?
I'm not really sure, but I'm sure he was.
I'm not a doctor. Don't play one. Listen, I'm not a doctor. Don't play one on TV. 2 shoulder injuries, an oblique, a knee. That's going to catch up with you.
I heard about the oblique.
Okay, that's a major injury. That's going to definitely, and still throwing for 13-9. I know that it wasn't his best. He's got to play better than that. Again, reshuffling of the offensive line. These are not excuses. This is fact. When you're missing both of your guards, you're missing both of your tackles. That does not help your offensive line. It does not help your quarterback. That's the reason why your quarterback got beat up. And then on top of it, he's a guy that likes to run around a little bit. And sometimes, he's got to live to fight another day.
Yeah, it's his style. Yes, it's his style that gets him beat up. Definitely. Right. There ain't no doubt about that. I've seen him take some mega hits by some linebackers, and I didn't think he would get up. I was like, he ain't going to get up.
Did you like Baker Mayfield a couple years ago when he was in the Liam Cohen offense and he had 41 touchdowns and 16 interceptions? Would you be willing after that year to give him a contract extension then?
I would give him $130 million at that point.
Well, at this point, he's going to be $51 million a year.
He's going to get 51.
There's talk of it, 50 to 51 million, maybe more. That's the quarterback market. That's inflation.
I thought quarterbacks now get over 100 million now.
Well, I mean, total contract. He may get a 3-year.
He's not going to get elite money then. Okay.
He's getting elite money. No, he's going to get $50 million a year. 3 years, $155 million, or 4 for $225, $215, something along those lines. He's going to get $50 million. That's the going rate. Maybe he takes a little bit less. I don't know. Maybe he takes a hometown discount. Maybe Jason Licht and the Jedi mind tricks over there of Mike Greenberg and the Bucs trust over there convinced him to take a little bit less. They were able to do the same thing with Tom Brady. Who knows?
Well, unless I think he wants to play here. I think he really enjoys it here. I mean, what quarterback wouldn't want to play in this with all these wide receivers?
You just answer your own question. There you go. All right, what else is on your mind?
What I would like to see them do is throw some more screens. Actually, become a little more of a screen offense, and that way you could have a better chance of running the football more. I think that would take some of the pressure off of Baker. And maybe even help him with his not getting so beat up.
I could definitely Ed see more of that because Zach Robinson definitely runs a lot of screen. Appreciate the time as always. Use the second call if you want to. All right. All right. Let's get out to Corey. Corey, welcome to the Evolution here on a happy
Hump Day
edition. What's on your mind, boss?
Hump Day, man. Joe Campbell, man. Hey,
yeah, Joe Campbell. Yes, not the cigarette. The Camel from the Camel from the commercial there. Yes, it's my favorite day of the week. It is really my favorite day of the week because we're almost to the weekend. Like you got Thursday, and then you got Friday, and then boom, baby, you're in the weekend. And then that's what we got to get to the weekend.
That's what's up. Hey, what we talking about tonight, man?
Well, we're talking about Jason Light's comments. We're also talking about Emeka Egbuka. I want to read these comments really quick while you're on the phone. Emeka Egbuka was talking to Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times, had this to say, and this is exactly what you want to hear from your future, possibly number one wide receiver. I try to do whatever my coaches ask of me. If they want to call my name on 3rd and 10, 4th down, all that type of stuff, I'm going to be the guy who's there to execute. If they want me to stick my nose in there, block, and do whatever I need to help the team win, that's really where my head's at. There is no room for me in this industry. Boy, that raps. Go ahead. What do you think?
I think that's very positive, man. He's a very positive young man. He came on hot last year, and I think they got that film on him. And then when a lot of the other receivers went out, they started rotating coverage over there to him. So he was the number one, so they'll probably double him with a safety or something.
Sure.
I like McMillan, man. I think McMillan for the shine too. So.
Well, I like him too, and he's going to get the opportunity. And again, I'm going to continue to say this. I think this team is better without Mike Evans simply because they're going to give the opportunities to those young kids in a Egbuka and a McMillan and a Tez Johnson. And
I don't know about better without Mike, but I mean,
they may be. They may be. I'll make you a gentleman's bet that this offense is a lot better than what it was last year because they got Zach Robinson. They're back in the top 10 or top 5. Bet me on this. Bet me.
Okay, I'll give you that because of the coordinator.
Okay.
The offensive coordinator.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
All right. What's on?
We got an offensive coordinator know what the hell he's doing.
Well, there you go. It's amazing how that happens, right? That's how that works. When you have somebody who knows how to do their job, it always goes back to what? Do your job. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living, Corey?
Truck driver.
You're a truck driver. If you're a terrible truck driver, you stop off at the truck stop and you have too much, adult beverages or, too much food and you're not there on time to deliver whatever you're delivering, you're going to lose your job more than likely, right?
I'm going to lose my whole CDL.
Use your whole CDL, right? You don't do that. You got to make the stops. You make a stop at the truck stop. You get food, whatever else you need to do, get some sleep, and then you're back on the road again. Absolutely, right?
Right.
So you got to do your job. It's all about the details. The devil's in the details at this point.
Yeah. So what Jason Licht was talking about?
Well, Jason Licht was talking about the injury situation that he had last year and how it's going to be improved this year with a healthy offensive line, with a healthy Baker, especially the offensive line, because he was right. You had a lot of different combinations there with both tackles being hurt, Cody Mauch being out for most of the year, and Ben Bredesen being hurt at some point. And then talking about Kalijah Kancey and adding to the defense and getting the running game back. I mean, there's so many things that you can go back to 2025 that was a complete and total disaster that when you turn the page to 2026, you're like, yeah, that offensive line is healthy. That means the running game is going to be back. That means Bucky Irving is going to be back to hopefully 100%. And then if the offensive line is healthy.
You know what? Not to cut you off, but that dude from Pittsburgh might get on more than Bucky.
Why do you say that?
That boy bad, man. Any a receiving threat.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing though. It takes the pressure off, and
yeah. But I'm saying he might get on, like he might do more than what Bucky can do. You never know, man. I don't know if Bucky like doable enough to come back with his body weight.
Well, there's some questions about that. Him coming off a shoulder surgery there. Will he be durable enough? Is he the number one belt? Listen, at the end of the day, you need 2 running backs. I don't care if you have Bijan Robinson. You had Bijan Robinson with the Atlanta Falcons. You needed Tyler Algier. That's the reason why that running game was, once again, I'm going to use this word, dynamic. You're going to need all 3 of these running backs. Robinson is a beast, but you still needed Tyler Algier to take some of those carries away. Why? Because you don't want to get him hurt. You don't want to wear him out, even though he is a beast. And the same thing with Bucky Irving. I know this offense is different. The fan base is different. I've been in that stadium. I've been in the press box when they're screaming, Bucky, Bucky, Bucky. It's a different energy when Irving is a part of that offense. He's got to be a part of that offense. He's a weapon that you get out in space that can make things happen, can catch the ball. Yeah. He's got to be healthy, but it goes back to it, right? It's all about, the setting of the table. The offensive line is healthy, which means Baker Mayfield most likely is going to be healthy, which means your running game is going to be healthy, which means your offense will be better because you already have the outside weapons. Hopefully they can stay healthy. And then he was talking about Kalijah Kancey and how important he was, David Walker, and what they did in the draft with the defense getting after the quarterback in 2026.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go into some nerd stuff, man. We were running a lot of inside zone and duo, right? You know, when that double team blocks and you read the linebacker inside or out, right? But I think with this new coordinator, he like to run a lot of outside zone. So I'm gonna try to see how Buck can do with that a lot more outside zone. You know,
doesn't it make sense to run a guy who, again, he's not the biggest, right? We compare him to Warrick Dunn, the size and the measurables, and doesn't it make sense to run him on the outside, get him outside, turn the corner with his speed and explosive nature instead of running him inside? I'm not saying he can't run inside.
He can run inside,
but there's more of a probability.
It's just a scheme. He runs a lot of outside zone.
Right, exactly. All right, what else, Corey?
Man, when the last call you were talking about Baker?
Yeah,
franchise quarterback.
Yes.
You think Baker franchise quarterback?
I think he's a franchise. I absolutely damn sure think he's a franchise quarterback. You look at it, right? Not listen now, Corey. Don't laugh. 95 touchdowns, 37 interceptions. I tell you, a Bucs quarterback or any quarterback in the National Football League is going to make $30 million a year, and he's going to throw for 95 touchdowns and 37 interceptions, and you're going to say what? Forget that he's on the Bucs.
Man, I have to analyze that because, boy, Baker made some mistakes in crucial times, boy. Ooh-wee.
Well, he did make some crucial mistakes, especially the second half of the year going 13-9. But you know what? At the end of the day, he's outperformed that contract. And get this. If he does get that contract extension, which I think is going to happen any day now,
they're going to pay him.
$50 million. He could be the longest tenured quarterback in Tampa Bay Buccaneer history. How about that? Even longer than Doug Williams. Think about that.
Oh, man. So he going in the Bucs ring out?
I mean, listen, he's the longest tenured quarterback. I mean, he may have every record eventually. So, Tom Brady has those records, so we'll see. But, I mean, damn, that's pretty impressive. The cast of characters when it comes to the graveyard selection of quarterbacks that the Bucs have not been able to develop, whether they're young or veterans. They usually have better luck with veterans, and they're certainly having that with Mayfield. I mean, again, think about it. 1 year, $4 million deal, and you get 95 touchdowns and 37. Of course you're going to take it. Of course he's a franchise. Baker's a franchise.
Wait up, Will Bork.
Yeah.
Wait up.
Get your weight up, but, stay healthy.
Hey, I believe you with this, Pete. I know you don't know nothing about the truck, but with the truck drivers out there, I mean, comparing Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield is like comparing a Peterbilt to a Freightliner, man.
Oh, man. Well, I know about trucks. When I got my Tesla, I try to get out of the way. I try not to stay in the left lane. But what I figure out is when I'm on that highway and there's a truck in my way, I just go around them as fast as I can. I try not to cut him off because I know you truck drive. These guys scare the hell out of me sometimes. You guys are just driving. I'm looking in the rear. And I'm like, damn, that truck is going fast. And they're going faster and faster. I think I'm going to go over to the right lane. Get the hell out of the way here because I don't want to get smashed. Like,
that's where they probably be at, but you got some of these people out here that they don't buy by the rule,
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where we started off the conversation, right? Do your job. If you don't do your job, you lose your CDL. You're a terrible truck driver, and you try to run Go Bucs red Teslas off the road. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, man. It can't work.
All right, Peter, man, you have a good night. Go Bucs, man. And good luck to your franchise quarterback, man. Well, he going to get paid, though.
He's going to get paid. I mean, $51 million. Bet me. Call me back and tell me that I was right about it, all right?
All right, Buck.
All right, good stuff. Yes, he's going to get paid. He is my franchise quarterback.
Wait up, Will Bork. Wait up.
Stop making fun of me. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We'll get back out to the comments in just a moment. But Ludeman, we are cool, man. You are definitely a webhead on this show. Always welcome on this show to call in and say whatever you want to, even though we don't always see eye to eye. I know how you feel about Todd Bowles. Let me ask you, do you feel more confident in Todd Bowles in this defense? And I threw this question out there the other night to Bucs fans. Do you feel more confident after what Jason Licht and crew did with the draft? Open phone line, 727-255. 0391 at 727-255-0391. We had Al Bushman, got no Harry the Greek. We just got you and me. That's it. So call up and let's talk about it. All right, we'll read more comments here. Tampa Joe's Friday, July 3rd. Just a suggestion. Unfortunately, Tampa Joe's is no longer, they're coming back. Supposedly, they're going to be in Wesley Chapel. over there by the hub. And we've been invited. We're definitely going to be a part of that. I think we're going to definitely do some Bucs away watch parties for you fans, but they are no longer in that location. And that's sad to me because they're right down the street. I roll out of bed usually on that Sunday morning, Saturday or Sunday. Like there was one weekend I was there for Saturday for USF, right? USF, yeah. For the away watch parties. And then I just, I do it again. And then I go roll out of bed again on Sunday, go for Bucs watch break. They're no longer down the street. They moved. They're going to be moving to Wesley Chapel, but they love what the sports web brings. So we're going to try to bring them some web heads out there. We're going to try to bring them some Tampa Bay sports fans, whether you're a Bucs fan, a Bulls fan, especially during football season, out there to support the evolution of sports talk television. Be a part of the show. Get on camera. What other show does that? Like, is it like, I know there's some really great Bucs platforms out there, really great radio station, really great TV stations, but what other platform gives you the opportunity to be a part of the evolution, to get there, eat some wings, eat some food, get on camera and say what you want to say? Call up the phone line, troll me all day long, which you can, but I'll troll you back because I like playing games. I love playing games with people. When they troll me, I can troll them back. What other platform gives you that? I don't think there's one. I mean, that's why, in my opinion, the sports web is so special. And hopefully we can make it more special with more web heads coming out, more Buccaneer fans coming out, more Bulls fans coming out this year. But we'll probably be out there at Wesley Chapel. But unfortunately, we cannot meet at that location because there is no restaurant. So we'll figure this out. I like the suggestion, though. Just a couple months too late. Zach, how about the Rays? 10 home game winning streak. Let's go Rays. Hope they don't give me blue balls like the Lightning. Well, I hope they don't either, man, because that sounds like a big-time problem for you.
That's good enough to suck right there.
That's I'm really sad to hear that you have that problem. But we're here to address those problems and grievances and everything else here. As I always say, I can be a psycho or your psychologist on the sports web. You pick it. I got you. Open phone line. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's get out to We the Thunder. The sports web is the evolution. I love you guys. I think that shooter right there. I wanted to get your thoughts on the Tampa Bay Lightning. If you want a link, I will send it out to you. Give us a recap on the Tampa Bay Lightning, of course. Happy anniversary. Kerry Wood's 20 strikeout game. I remember that. 1998 versus the Houston Astros. How about that? Still remember that game like it was yesterday. Amazing stuff. Boy, he had the curve, the 12-6 curve. You know what I'm talking about? Man, he was something. He was a phenom. Could throw 96-98 with ease. Had the 12-6 curve. Had people striking out. Harry Carey was calling the game with Steve Stone. He was losing his friggin' mind. I still remember it, Chris. I grew up as a Cubs fan. Great memory. Thank you very much for that. We the Thunder. I'm in the hotel room watching another team play the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, that's not good. Brent says, yes. What's up, bro? What's up with you, my friend?
Oh, yeah.
Again, Facebook stars are open. If you love the content, give to the content. And of course, YouTube super chats are open. Like and subscribe to the sports web. Like and subscribe to Bucs Latest there on the Fan Arts Network, as we will have another show at 11 a.m. on YouTube. What do you want, guys? I give you Monday and Wednesday nights on the sports web. I give you Bucs Latest 5 days a week, 10 to 15 minutes. I'm working hard with this. I'm giving you everything I got. So like and subscribe to it. Hopefully you like it. Let's go out to James here. To you, sir, even though Bowles is still the coach, I always appreciate the passion, even the nonsense at times. Ha. Yes, absolutely. I'll give you a Todd Bowles.
It's exciting.
It is exciting, Todd. Absolutely exciting at this point. Not a fan of who wore the number before, but the jersey does not make the player. You're absolutely correct about that, Sarah. Good comment.
Oh, yeah.
Devin White should still be a Buck. Why? How many missed tackles did he have last year? Devin White should still be a Buck. With the injury situation, with him not carrying, with putting out the cryptic messages on social media, he should still be a Buck. Why? Give me a reason for that, Brent. Call me up. Let's go out to Abraham here. When talking about Trotter's coverage skills, there are two things that are important to note. Number one, does he have the athletic traits to hold up in coverage? Yes, he does. And does he have the instincts and processing? Yes, he does. He does have the instincts and processing because that's what Todd Bowles talked about in this draft before. Remember, he said there were 10 to 12 middle linebackers that were instinctive enough, and obviously Trotter was one of them. That's what you look at for a Todd Bowles defense. That's how you improve it. With, again, the great Atlantic Ocean, middle of the field, wide open, as Kyle Pitts is still running wide open free as we speak. Hopefully not. I don't think he is. But it seemed like it. It seemed like every tight end, every wide receiver, every crossing route, every running back, throw to the middle of the field. It's wide open. If they throw to the flat there with Bijan Robinson, Savasi Dennis, whiff on the tackle. I mean, that's why you make all the changes in the first place. That's why you get an Alex Anzalone from Detroit, who's better in coverage. I know Levante David is moving on, but it's a new day. We'll see what Anzalone can do and what kind of coverage he can bring from the Lions. That's why you get a Christian Roseboom, who had his fair share of missed tackles last year, but had over 100 tackles. So can he overcome that? You still have Savasi Dennis there. Maybe a second year in Todd Bowles' system will do the trick. Maybe he needs just another year. We always talk about it, right, Bucs fans? Players develop differently. Maybe he just needs another year to develop. We'll see. I'm not giving up on him, and I don't think the Bucs are giving up on him, but they're bringing in competition. They're bringing in players that are going to strengthen that linebacking position, which was the Achilles heel besides the edge rushing last year. Makes sense. So good comment, Abraham, as always. Let's go out to Boy Wonder, 1913. Evening, Peter. Go Bucs. So go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs. Yeah! Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Go Bucs. Good stuff there. I'm looking forward to the new defense and its identity to be physical. They're going to be stout. Hopefully it pays off. Go Bucs. Yeah, that's the reason why you got to be excited about it, right? Todd Bowles talked about it in the offseason. They addressed it. The physicality, the attitude. They're playing with an edge. They're playing with a nasty. We talked about Jason Taylor and what he said about Ruben Bain Jr. A violence to it, a violence in that building. That's exactly what the Bucs are trying to get this year from him. That's what they're bringing in. They're trying to make the defense more stout to stop the run. They were fifth or sixth against the run. You got to be better than that. You got to be number one or number two. You're trying to get bigger up front, more physical up front. That's why you get Bijan Robinson from the Carolina Panthers. And you got Vita Vea. And you bring back Nacho. And you have Elijah Roberts, who's coming into his second year, who I expect big things from him. And Bain Jr. is versatile. Not only can he rush from the outside, but also from the inside. Todd Bowles can use them as a chess piece. And Yaya Diaby. And again, the biggest key, in my opinion, Kalijah Kancey to stay healthy. But yes, that's exactly what you were looking for. You're trying to get bigger up front to stop the run. And it definitely starts with Bijan Robinson, 1 year, $10 million contract, Vita Vea, Nacho, Elijah Roberts. It's an improvement. And we didn't even talk about the fifth round pick, Capehart. 6'4", 313, big guy, athletic. It could definitely be the next William Golston. That's what the Bucs said when they drafted him out of Clemson. So they definitely made a concerted effort, in the words of Jason Licht, to do that in this offseason. Cooper fired, no way. There's Lightning fans talking about that, but I agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely don't agree with firing Cooper, but it's been talked about. I love how people say, blow it up, blow it up. Let's blow it up. Everybody's like, blow it up. Blow it up with the Bucs. Blow it up with the Rays. Blow it up with the Lightning. I don't want to blow it up. I just want to retool it. They still have pieces there. They still have a superstar. Can they improve on that? Is there a way to get Connor McDavid, who's been rumored that he wants to play for the Tampa Bay Lightning eventually? Maybe not this year. Maybe they make a trade because he's going in the free agency next year. Is that a possibility? To retool, to blow it up completely? I think he can retool it. It's not over yet, but it's disappointing. It's a bad taste in your mouth. 4 consecutive years of being eliminated in the first round is not good. It's not good, especially with the talent that the Tampa Bay Lightning team has. Ludeman says, I love what Vazzy said yesterday. There's some major shade at the team, and I appreciate it. Yeah, he had some comments yesterday. JBB has said that he doesn't see any big changes coming. We'll see. Abraham, you can see the processing take a leap in the latter half of the season. It's about learning the defense. Yes. How fast can he learn the defense? How fast can he process the defense? Is the defense difficult to learn? Is it like, John Gruden's offense where it was tough for a quarterback with all the terminology? Is it the same thing for Todd Bowles? Can Bowles simplify it for these young players to come in and be productive and give him everything he's got? Aquarium in the field at this point. Somebody's texting me right now. James Flash Ludeman, L. Bushman with the playoff beard and May. No wonder they're winning. Laugh out loud. Ludeman again. Caminero is amazing. He's one of those clutch guys that can count on for the big moments. He's only getting better at that. He's only getting better. He's only scratching the surface. How young is this kid? I mean, if there's a reason why you want to watch the Tampa Bay Rays, that's it right there. Junior Caminero. Boom. Chandler Simpson, there's another reason. Shane McClanahan, I think he returns to form. That's the reason why I thought they would have 90 to 93 wins this year. Shane McClanahan, the pitching staff returning to form. It's happening right now. Knock on wood again. Hopefully it continues to happen. But if you want reasons to watch the Tampa Bay Rays, there's one right there, Junior Caminero. Just scratching the surface. So good stuff there. Ludeman, appreciate you. What's really wild is usually, at least in the past, Rays always come out struggling to start the season. The team has been really consistently strong, which is more surprising to me than anything else. Space Windu 3824. Go Rays. Go Rays.
Oh, yeah.
Sabres handled. Let's go out to Sarah. I can't go to see a Rays play again. It's been so long. Well, you got to get out there. King Cook, one of the newest web heads there on YouTube. Appreciate your contributions, my friend. King Cook 1485. What's up, Peter? What's up, webheads? What's up with you? Rays will have nothing for the Yankees second time around. Book it. Go Yankees. And for that, you get this.
I'm straight off the suck right there.
Although I know it's sad in Yankee land right now because they're not necessarily they got beat, I believe. They've been playing pretty good baseball, but they also had their loss of their announcer there and John Sterling with the Yankees winning, of course, and him always saying at the end of the games, classic announcer that we talked about. So sorry for a lot of Yankee fans. I know that's tough to lose an announcer. Light and his front office nailed those picks. Absolutely nailed those picks. Yes. Let's go out to Jeremy again. Robinson, Cansey, Vea, and Bain are going to be a problem for our opponents. Love it. Lamar, what's going on, boss? Aloha, Peter H. Blake. Hump day. Absolutely hump day.
Hump day.
Let's go out to Brent. It doesn't matter to me because you and me don't make the decision either way. Very true. Very good attitude there, Brent. Baker is re-signing. I'm going to say it. It's going to be 3 to 5 years. I'm hoping 5 years. And the money that the organization has will spread out to help continue to produce more players in the upcoming years. Definitely may happen.
Yes! Yes!
Let's get out to that. This from NFL insider Adam Schefter on NFL Live on ESPN TV. See, we can talk about all the reports that came out from The Athletic and this and that and the other thing, but when it comes from Schefter, more times than not, he's going to nail it. He says they intend to re-sign him and get that extension done. We'll see if and when they can get it done. Obviously, he fell off a little bit at the end of the year last year, and maybe the contract extension would have been done sooner if that wasn't the case. But the fact of the matter is they still believe in Baker Mayfield. They love Baker Mayfield. They want to have Baker Mayfield, and I believe those two sides will get this deal done. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So good comment there. Let's go out to King Cook, 1485. Every team except the Super Bowl champs can play the shoulda, woulda, coulda card, but unfortunately, that doesn't get wins. Brent says if he plays bad, it will be he's hurt, and the line was hurt, so it doesn't matter. Brent again. So, Peter, it's no excuse, NFC championship or bust. No more excuses, right? If Baker plays the whole year, We'll see. 6, Baker Mayfield will resign for 3 to 5 year deal. This will allow the organization to have money to produce other solid players for the coming years. Get your weight up.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Love it. Brent says, man, no more Rays talk, please. Well, we talk Rays on this show. I'm sorry, Brent. We talk baseball on this show. Everybody says I don't talk enough baseball. I give you some baseball. You say don't talk baseball. You don't like the baseball talk? Well, you don't like the Tampa Bay Rays baseball talk at this point? I guess not. King Cook, 1485. Hit the like button. I appreciate that. As always, King Cook, 1485. If the Bucs re-sign him, it will be a rebuild in 2 years. He's already 31. Next year, he will be 32. He's never been elite in his whole career. Brent, Peter, the 49ers have more injuries than us, and they won 12 games. It's a fair point. It's a fair assessment. Other than Brady and Brad Johnson, Baker is the best quarterback this team has had in years. He's a top 10 quarterback right now. We have to sign him long-term. Agree.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Brent. Franchise quarterback makes him a way to win. All he has to do was win one game before the week 18, and he threw a pick and lost to the Panthers game. Remember? He did lose, but the team also lost. It's not just on one player. It was on the defense making a stop. All the defense had to do was make a stop versus the Atlanta Falcons, and they win that game. All the defense has to do is make a stop versus the Saints, and they win that game. It's not all on Baker Mayfield. Why is it always on Baker Mayfield? This is the type of energy that I'm talking about here. And you will say in the same breath that Josh Allen is a franchise quarterback, and I will say he has done nothing at all besides put up some gaudy numbers, but also has 10 turnovers in the postseason. Who gets a coach fired? Who's not able to get over the top? That's on Josh Allen. That's not on the defense being able to stop Kansas City when they had the opportunity after Josh Allen and the Bills' offense scores. Well, let's keep the same energy here. That's what I'm saying. Josh Allen hasn't won anything either. You would take Josh Allen over Baker Mayfield? Why? Because he's taller? Because he has better numbers? He has better numbers than Baker Mayfield? Okay. Brent. And everything I just said was a fact. So are the only team that has won every 100%, even though no player is 100% during midseason, that's going to be an excuse. Okay, got it. Brent, most Bucs fans don't believe he's a franchise quarterback, but you. Well, Jason Licht, who is the most important opinion when it comes down to it, believes he's a franchise quarterback because he's going to re-sign him to an extension. So I'm not the only one that is thinking like this. And if you're going to put me on the same level in thinking like Jason Licht, I'll take it all day long. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Go look at those stats and how many of those stats were garbage time stats. Okay, no. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do garbage time stats and all of the nonsense. I love when Corey calls in, laugh out loud. Brent, now we're calling quarterback Noah's fourth team a franchise quarterback. Look how he's performed. I'm not going to go down this road with you, Brent. It's every time. We talked about it over and over again. It's annoying at this point. You've made your points obvious that you are not a Baker Mayfield fan, that you don't think he's a quarterback. You don't think he's a franchise quarterback, that you would prefer a rookie quarterback to come in here and stink it up for eternity, for this team to return back to the doldrums. I get it, Brent. That's exactly what you want. But guess what? You're not going to get it. I'm sorry. And if you did get it, you would complain about it. You'd be the first person on this show that would complain about it. It's just it's so monotonous at this juncture. It really is. Baker will get around 42 to 45 million. Realtor David Zuzman. If Peter is worried about missed tackles, Trotter has the highest percentage of missed tackles between C.J. Allen, Anthony Hill Jr., and him. Let's go out to Jim.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
Jim, help me out. Welcome back to the evolution of Sports Talk Television from OHIO. Go ahead, my friend.
What are we talking about tonight?
We're talking all kinds of stuff. Baker Mayfield, according to Adam Schefter, is going to get a contract extension eventually. You have Jason Licht talking about the injury situation, including the offensive line, Kalijah Kancey. You have Emeka Egbuka making some great comments about what he's going to do for this team in 2026. I mean, go ahead, my friend. What's on your mind tonight?
Well, I'm looking forward to the preseason and the regular season. I think Jason Light had a B plus.
B plus draft. Okay.
First draft.
Why a B plus? Why not an A?
I'm gonna give him a B plus because I don't give out A's.
You don't give out A's? How come?
Unless you go get a Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks.
You got a Ruben Bain Jr. and a Josiah Trotter and a Ted Hurst. It's not good enough. Keontae Scott, not good enough for you there, Jim?
Well, I'm an Ohio State fan, so I like his A.
So you're being biased at this point. I just looked at your bias. That's it. So you're not giving him an A because you're a biased Ohio State fan, right? You're giving him a B for Buckeye.
I like Ohio State, but I'm a Florida State fan.
Oh, you're a Florida State fan now, so you can't decide. You're an Ohio State fan.
He didn't get no Florida State. He didn't get his Jameis Winston this year.
He did not get a Jameis Winston this year. Exactly right. No, there were no Florida State worthy draft picks for the Bucs to get. No.
Yeah, I used to live in Sarasota, so I'm a Florida State, Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan.
Okay. All right. Good stuff.
But yeah, man, I like the draft. I did. I want to see what they do, and it was great picks. I'm just giving them a B plus because I ain't want to quite give them an A. But if we make it to the Super Bowl, then he can go and get his A.
So they make it to the Super Bowl. What did they make it to the NFC Championship? Is it an A?
I give him an A for the NFC Championship too.
All right, good stuff.
But we need to get out of the regular season.
Well, you got to win the division first. That's exactly what you got to do. Win the NFC South, which it looks like the Bucs could be on their way to doing at this point, right?
Well, who we got to worry about?
Well, I mean, again, you got Atlanta. I think they got some question marks. They still got some weapons, but who's the quarterback? Is it Tua? That's what you hear. Is Tua going to be a guy that could stay healthy for the full year? I'm not sure. Carolina.
I'm not worried about Atlanta. Who else we got to worry about?
I mean, New Orleans. They beat you last year in the second half of the year there, which hurt you at home.
Trash.
They've got
we should have won that game.
So they're trash too. Okay, and then you also got again the Carolina Panthers who won the NFC South.
That's who I'm worried about. The Carolina Panthers.
They've improved. They definitely improved. Now, can their offense take the next step? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, I think we can beat them all.
Beat them all. That's it.
If we don't shut down the second half of the year like we did last year, I don't know what happened, but
okay.
I don't want that to happen this year, but I think we can get it done.
All right.
And we got some good draft picks. Great.
They do got some great.
They address everything they need to address. We just got to go out next.
They got your boy Keontae Scott, who had an interception versus who? Ohio State in that game. Sorry, didn't mean to.
That's where it is.
I didn't mean to rub that in there, but I had to pick out the scab a little bit because you did say you said Florida State. You said Ohio State first. Now you're a Florida State fan after I mentioned that.
Both, a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. All right. How does that work, by the way? How are you Ohio State and Florida State fan all together? How does that work?
Because I was born in the great state of Ohio.
So how did you become a Florida State fan?
When I was 2 years old to the great state of Florida.
Okay.
So I picked both college teams.
Okay.
Now, if I had to talk about NFL, no. I'm a Tampa Bay fan. Can't do the Ohio team.
Okay.
They never won any Super Bowls.
That's true. They never won any Super Bowls. Cincinnati was at a couple of Super Bowls. They couldn't win it. Three Super Bowls? Two against San Francisco and one against the Rams. Yeah.
Yep. And they sold the Browns to the daggone Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
Then they won the Super Bowl.
Then they won the Super Bowl. Yeah. Art Modell stealing them in the middle of the night. Yes. Moving to Baltimore. Now becoming the Baltimore Ravens, and whatever they are now, the Cleveland Browns are the Cleveland Browns. So
I came on home when I was down there in Sarasota. I came on home to Tampa Bay. Warren Sapp, Dorian Brooks. Then they went and picked up Mike Allstott, and they went and got this little short guy. What's his name? Randy Barber.
Randy Barber, yeah.
Yeah, and they went and did their thing.
They definitely did their thing. Yes, absolutely.
Joe Jared-Vicious.
Yeah.
Who else we had?
Yeah, Simeon Rice.
Who we have on our Super Bowl? Who was the other wide receiver on the Super Bowl team?
Well, you had Keenan McCardell, you had Keyshawn Johnson, and you had Joe Jared-Vicious. Yeah.
And then he got mad after the Super Bowl.
Yep.
At our coach.
Yes, he did.
But our coach, Coach Dayton, Ohio, or his dad, our Super Bowl winning coach, the first one.
John Gruden? Yeah, he's from Ohio.
Yeah, his dad coached with my city His dad coached in our city at the college level.
That's right.
UD.
Also, his dad coached running backs in the 80s with John McKay. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know everything.
Oh, you know everything. Oh, you know everything now. So, how did you become a Florida State fan? You never explained that.
You said how I become a Florida State fan?
Yeah, how did you become a Florida State fan?
Because Bobby Bowden was getting them boys together back in the day.
That he was.
And we got Derek Brooks came out of there. Boy, Florida State used to be that team.
Yeah, Work Done and Derek Brooks. Yeah, Kez McCorvey. I remember.
Are you
Charlie Ward?
Bowden?
I know all of it. I know all of it too.
I respect that man.
Absolutely, I do too.
If I ever had to go to college, that was that team I was going to pick. Going right on Florida State.
Okay. All right.
But,
good stuff, Jim. What else?
Oh man, I love your show, brother. Keep the good work up.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Other sports web heads. Tell what's it? Broadway that I miss him.
Brightside Broadway.
Got mad at me. He ain't talked to me since.
Yeah, come on, Brightside Broadway. You can't be doing that. Can't get me
He
mad.
got upset because I was talking about Donald Trump. You know
don't do that.
I'll do it in a minute. Don't. We got into politics. He got upset.
Oh, you can't do that. You can't talk politics. You can't talk religion. It's one of those things. Sometimes you can't even talk sports.
But I can't keep my mouth shut.
Well, it's all right, Jim. It's okay. Damn it, Jim. Damn it, Jim.
What the hell's the matter with you?
What the hell's the matter with you talking politics? You can't talk politics on Facebook and social media.
You
can't do
that. Oh, well, it is what it is. You live and you learn.
Well, you can't do that. Everybody should be respectful of everybody's opinion, but again, the criticisms of people's party affiliations and then the assumptions of those party affiliations are disappointing at the end of the day. All right, Jim. Appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. We can have opinion on this show. I'm not going to fault you for that. I'm not going to not be friends anymore because you have an opinion. It's ridiculous. It's the reason why we have the show in the first place. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We'll get out to Facebook comments in just a moment. Let's go out to Instagram Live. Dad's figure it out. How you doing, sir? How are you doing? Going to send you DM regarding a Bucs game day program we love for you to share with fans. Okay, good stuff. Appreciate that. Let's go out to TikTok as we got about 10 people over there watching right now. That's always cool. Let's see. D. Howe says he's one of my regulars here, Webheads. He said, "What's up, Peter Blake? Go Bucs all day long." He said, "Go Bucs."
Wait up, little boy! Stop! Wait up!
Go Bucs!
It's exciting!
Go Bucs!
Fire the cannon!
Go Bucs! Good stuff there. No worry about the offense. Defense has to tighten all the way up. Love that. Good stuff there. Thank you very much for tuning in. All of you guys there on TikTok. Again, like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. YouTube Super Chats are open. And, of course, Facebook stars. Peter H. Blake. Friend me. I promise I don't bite. Ever. And then all the other social media platforms, Instagram Live, X, TikTok, LinkedIn Live. I'll try to be professional. Most likely it won't happen. Let's see. Now we're calling a quarterback for a 4-team a franchise quarterback. All right. I think I read some of these already. I think you're just repeating it. Let's see. Physicality, nastiness, bigger, all empty words. When your GM is cheap in free agency, incompetent in the draft, the rosters that go far are the ones with the best players. You know what? I got something for you here. Hold on a sec. Because I was looking this up. I never got a chance to print this out. As I was looking up on AI. So we'll have to see how good this is, how great this is when it comes to that. But I'm going to print this out really quick. And this probably won't change your mind. It probably won't. But I'm going to print it out anyway because I think it's really interesting. All right. This is from AI when talking about Jason Licht and how he compares to other GMs. Now, hopefully, my printer will cooperate. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to read it off of the computer, which it looks like it's not cooperating at this point. I don't think those are hollow words. I don't think physicality, nastiness, bigger, all empty words. The GM hasn't been cheap. I continue to go back to this. When they went for it in the Super Bowl, were they cheap? When the year they came after, were they cheap? The year after that, when they went for it again, were they cheap? No. You guys had nothing to say. Were crickets. They weren't cheap back then. Did they have to pay the credit card bill? Obviously, they did. Did they want to get a Trey Hendrickson? Yes, they did want to get Trey Hendrickson. We'll get into that in just a moment because a lot of Bucs fans, well, they didn't go for Trey Hendrickson, so the season is over with. I don't know what voice this is. It's just a voice. You know, all kinds of voices that I hear sometimes. I hear Bucs fans talk about, they didn't go for Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson, so the season's over with. Well, they tried to. And Jason Licht talked about that today on the Pat McAfee show. But they actually say that 2026 Tampa Bay Buccaneer general manager Jason Licht is widely regarded as one of the top drafting GMs in the NFL, with a draft success rate that increased significantly after 2018. This is where people go, well, his draft record in 2016. That's freaking 10 years ago. We're going all the way back to 10 years. Again, hollow point, makes no sense. I don't understand why we're going back 10 years. More than likely, those players wouldn't have made the team anyway or had any impact. It didn't set the team, back by any means. They were still able to build it up. Analysis shows that he has constantly produced high-caliber talent, often exceeding league average in hit rates, particularly in building a homegrown roster. Overall hit rate, 55%. 55%. From 2014 to 2025 of his picks became multi-year starters or better. 55%. That's good. That's really good. Top tier success. Again, this is from other sources. Starting in 2018, Licht has nailed over 75% of his picks. 75%. These are numbers. This is not emotion. This is not believing this person is this person is that. 75% of the picks have been nailed by Jason Licht since 2018. Draft to roster ratio, best in the NFL. You hear that? Draft to roster ratio, best in the NFL. As of August 2025, no team has a higher percentage of drafted players on its 2025 roster than the Bucs, with roughly 82% of the roster homegrown under Licht. You want to build a team, you want to build a consistent winner, you don't do it through free agency. It's a tool to when you miss draft picks and when they are bust, but you do not want to build a team strictly through free agency. 82% of the roster homegrown under Licht. Production volume, 2014 to 2024. Under Licht, the Bucs led the NFL with 1,873 games started and over 132,000 snaps played from their own draft picks. 132,000 snaps played in their own draft picks. How does it compare to other GMs? I'm glad you asked. Is this boring you yet? I'm sorry. I've heard the nonsensical drivel enough. It's time to bring out the big boys. It's time to bring out the statistics to support what I've said all along, that Jason Licht is not only the best GM in Tampa Bay Buccaneer history, but maybe the best GM in the National Football League. Look at the numbers. Let's see here. While the average NFL draft hit rate, starting caliber, is roughly 35 to 40%, Licht's sustained success, particularly in rounds 2 to 4, often places him among top-tier GMs like Howie Roseman of the Eagles and Brett Veach of the Chiefs, who generally hit at high rates. First round record, Light's first round record is roughly 50 to 56% competitive with or slightly better than league average, roughly 56% for first rounders. Top hits, Tristan Wirfs, Antoine Winfield Jr., Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Levante David. That was before Light. That doesn't count. Vita Vea, Yaya Diaby, Bucky Irving, Graham Barton. Misses, 2016, Roberto Aguayo. 2017, O.J. Howard. 2016, Vernon Hargreaves. 2020, Keyshawn Vaughn. There it is. There's the numbers. Fight all you want to. Cope all you want to. Cry all you want to. There's the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. I'm sorry, I got to throw out the numbers. 82%. 82%. We'll go back to it. 55% of the picks become multi-year starters or better. So over half of the starters that Jason Licht picks become starters or multi-year starters. We're not talking about just 1 year, multiple year starters. That's good. Top tier success. Again, 75% of his picks. 75%. 75%. Would you take 75% of the draft picks? I would. Why do you think the Bucs are competitive? Why do you think they're winning the NFC South every year? Besides the last year. I get it. They didn't win last year. It happens. It happens. 1 game away. 1 game away. Injuries all over the place. 75%. You take it? I would. I would. Look at the history of the Bucs. Draft to roster ratio, 82%. 82%. I'm drafting you, you're playing. More times than not, you're playing. For every Chris Braswell, 82%. Right? What, 3 or 4 more players? What's the percentage there? I told you I failed math. 82%. Come on, Bucs fans. He's one of the top GMs in the National Football League. Everybody loves Howie Rose. Oh, my God. Howie Roseman. He's a great GM. He is. He's right up there with him. He's right up there with the Chiefs GM. Why do you think the Chiefs stay relevant? They draft. They draft well. They continue to draft well. That's why they stay competitive. They don't win a Super Bowl every year, which a lot of Bucs fans would like to fire the coach if they don't win a Super Bowl every year, which is, dramatic in itself, but also unrealistic. 82%. My goodness. I'll take it. Throwing words to describe what you want in defense doesn't make it true. We have a weak roster. It will show. We'll see. We'll make a bet. Hopefully, the Rays can finish strong in June. July, no cold stretch. My birthday is June 25th, so I want that as a gift for the Rays to make the playoffs. I want Bucs to sign a vet quarterback. They do. Jake Browning, that's your vet quarterback. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday to you. I think the Rays will make the playoffs. We'll see. Brent, Peter, you threw a pick, lost the Panthers game. They would have put us in the playoffs. Again, it's not just one game. You're putting out one game. It's always one game for you. There were other games the defense lost. How about 3rd and 14? 3rd and 28, 4th and 14. No, we don't want to do that. Bucs fans think that's the reason why Mike Evans left. We want to throw it out there. That doesn't fit the narrative. No, it's not the defense. It was all the offense. It's all Baker Mayfield. It's all on the quarterback. Say the same thing about Josh Allen. You won't. I know you won't. You say the same thing about Lamar Jackson. You won't. I know you won't. Come on, Brent. Monotonous, bro. It's like reading a freaking script every freaking day. Same thing over and over again. Baker. I think a lot of Bucs fans need tailor those expectations. We can rely on rookies to come in, elevate our team to postseason, let alone a Super Bowl. Just saying, we'll see. Browns screwed themselves by giving up on Baker for Diddy Watson. That's a good one. Wow. Ouch. Yeah. That's a Diddy Watson. Okay. Now they have more loaded quarterback room. Baker versus Browns should be week 10 in Tampa. Myles Garrett, Baker hug after 4th quarter. Hopefully not too many hugs. Hopefully they keep Myles Garrett off of Baker Mayfield. Tristan Wirfs, I'm looking at you. Luke Gedeke, I'm looking at you. Whoever the tight end is at that time, most likely K-Dot and Payne Durham, I'm looking at you. Because if you try to go one-on-one with Myles Garrett, you are asking for it. Although I definitely think Tristan Wirfs against Myles Garrett is a must-see TV. still think you double up on him. King Cook, Brent, they blamed Mike for running the wrong route that game. I think he did run the wrong route that game. Hello. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you. Baker Mayfield is solid. He's not the reason why our roster is not competitive. Not with Zach Robinson and Gainwell added in free agency. Bucs can split the labor with Bucky. Baker, if he gets back to 44 touchdowns and under 16 touchdowns, just 5, please. Defensive needs to pen their ears and blitz. Realtor David Zuzman, one single more fixes this franchise. We just need a good GM. You got a good GM. I just told you the statistics. The numbers don't lie. I can't lie. Women lie, men lie, but numbers don't lie. Did I just quote Lil Wayne? I did. What do you get here on the sports web? You get that sports swag. Let's go out to the phone lines. Damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell is the matter with you?
Using your second call. Welcome to the Evolution.
Hey, this is Damn it, Jim. Using the second call. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay, man. I'm exasperated. I can't even say the word at this point. Exasperated.
Hey, I tell you, he was one of my favorite teammates on the Buccaneers. Is Chris Godwin. He did a little interview, said he ready. He feeling better.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that Todd Bowles talked about, how excited he was to have Chris Godwin from 2 years removed from an injury. You have him back. He's one of the top wide receivers in the league. Can be one of the top wide receivers in the league. He's the veteran presence that room needs.
Do you think he'll move up to number 1 until these rookies get all the way together?
It's a good question. It really is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Egbuka may be the one. Emeka Egbuka may be the one. Right, Jalen McMillan may be one. I don't think Tez Johnson's number 1, but I think those guys could definitely be number 1 wide receivers.
We've had to see who's going to be number 1 this year.
Yeah, baby. Number 1.
About it.
Absolutely.
So, because, Mike Evans, he moved on to sunny California and make that money out.
Oh, yeah, there you go. He's by the electronic plant there. Hopefully he doesn't get sick or turn into an X-Men at this point.
Right. Hey, it is what it is, but I respect him what he did for us. Mike Evans. I'll never say a bad word about him.
I mean, listen, absolutely. He's a legend. He'll go down as the great, maybe if not the greatest, maybe he is the greatest offensive player in Bucs history besides James Wilder. I definitely agree with you on that.
And are we gonna stay healthy on the defensive line? Vita Vey, what's your boy's name?
Elijah Cansey.
Yeah. And then we need somebody to help number 0.
Yep. Yaya Diaby. Mm-hmm.
I need to get that Yaya Diaby jersey and that Chris Godwin jersey. I ain't got it yet.
You're gonna get that Ruben Bain Jr. jersey. We got to get you that
Ruben
number
Bain.
3.
That's our rookie.
Yeah,
I need to get the Emeka Egbuka jersey with the half Ohio State or half
get them.
Tampa Bay. I got a lot of jerseys to get. Hey, speaking of jerseys, man, when you gonna make your shirt?
I'm working on it, man. I said that at the beginning of the show. I'm still working on it. I'm getting with my t-shirt guy. We're gonna try to make an order, get out your shirts. I know it's been long overdue. I'm working on it. It's been working on a lot of things. I promise.
Telling you, man, bro. You're missing out on a lot of money, man. Income.
A lot of money. Well, I definitely need the money, man. So I'll definitely work on getting that out too. I promise. We'll do it.
All right. Don't forget about me.
I won't forget about you, Jim. Never forget about you. One of my favorite webheads. You always do the good, bad, and ugly. I haven't heard the good, bad, and ugly. We gotta do that.
Regular season, man. We gotta say something for the regular season.
What we say for the regular season? Let's do it every Wednesday. The good, bad, and ugly with Jim. Damn it, Jim.
Man,
damn it.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
The hell's wrong with you?
You love this sportscast and stuff.
I love it, man. I sit here and do a commercial free. I sit here and talk to an animate object and talk to guys all the time, all day long, all night long. It's great. I love it. Absolutely.
I love your show, man. I love how you run it.
Thank you.
I love what you do, and I love your hard work.
Thank you. I try. I think I've gotten better at this.
Do some more studying on my good, bad, and ugly, but it's hard on the off season because there ain't enough news going on.
Well, there's always news going on, man. And you also got to subscribe to Bucs Latest. Have you subscribed to Bucs Latest yet? Have you done that?
For sure.
Okay, there you go. So you get Bucs News every day.
Yep.
I have to come up with Bucs News. I don't come up with Bucs News. There's no Bucs Latest. Guess what? Those people are mad at me at the Fan Arts Network. They're going to say, Peter Blake, you're done. Toast, baby.
I try not to put the Bucs on the ugly or the bad unless we have to.
Well, sometimes you have to do that, especially the second half of last year. Everybody has a bad taste in their mouth.
Right.
So, All right, my friend. I appreciate the call, okay?
All right, later.
Later. We'll wrap this up here. I'll read the rest of these comments. We'll get out of here. Numbers don't lie, man. Again, they don't. I can't do anything about those numbers. Like that's the numbers. 82%. Jason Licht, he's terrible. He's a terrible draft. He's not. It's a terrible comment.
That's good enough to suck right there.
It's erroneous. Erroneous, I say. I'm using all these big words. It's like I went to a thesaurus before I did this show tonight, and I said, I'm going to use all these big words. Some of you are like, yeah, you use these big words. You sound like an asshole. I mean, I feel like I got to be. Like, I got to be that. I got to be an asshole because you guys don't. Am I cursing? It's after 11. Hopefully I don't get hit for that from TikTok. You can't say any bad words. So, sorry about that. Sorry, Mom. Mom's probably shaking her head right now. Mom's not even watching, I don't think. I don't think Mom has come up here. All right. We'll go out to the comments here. And then we will get back to it. We'll end this show off on that. Okay. One single move. Let's see. Bain is going to be better than Hendrickson in the long run. We'll talk about that. We'll end off with that. I don't think it's appropriate to talk about how Trump is all over Epstein files or that ruined our economy, playing tariff games, starting a pointless war against Iran, triggering even more inflation for all. Realtor David Zuzman, I appreciate the YouTube super chat for $9.99. Yeah, we don't really talk politics on this show. I just find it like nauseating because so many people get up in their feelings, or you're this or you're that, and they just throw it out there. And it's like, I won't watch your show anymore because you support this viewpoint or that viewpoint. So I try to stay in the middle. Like it's the Jordan rule. Like they were trying to get him to vote for a Democrat. And then he said, well, Republicans buy Nikes too. That's why I became a billionaire. I mean, that's a great line of thinking. So he missed the whole 2016 draft class and 2021 draft class. Okay. 82% of the time. What were the big time hits that he had? Did that hurt the team in 2016? You're talking about 10 years. You realize you're talking about 10 years ago. You guys had to provide this point so much. This narrative, you had to stick this narrative so much down my throat and every Bucs fan's throats on social media. You had to go all the way back to 2016. 2016. Who gives a damn about 2016? Look at what they've done since 2016. 2020, Super Bowl. 2021, division title. In the playoffs, a couple games away from winning another Super Bowl, if not for injuries. 2022, playoffs again. 2023, playoffs again, division. 2024, playoffs again. 2025, no playoffs. Oh my God, Jason Licht's the worst GM in the National Football League. Stupid, man. Stupid. 2021. I mean, they weren't even drafting at that point. I mean, they were. I mean, yeah, Kyle Trask, JTS. I get it. I forgot about JTS. We heard that. Logan Hall, Kyle Trask, Graham Barton. Graham Barton is not a bust. Come on. Graham Barton's not a bust. Braswell, okay. Likely Benjamin Morrison. We've already decided after a year and a half, now I'm going to a full year of Morrison, that he's already a bust. Lunacy. David, we don't talk politics on the show, even if you send a super chat. Okay. We don't. I'm in agreement. I don't think it's appropriate. To me, Baker, Allen, Lamar are all the same. Turnover-prone quarterbacks. King Cook. Only difference is Lamar and Allen got MVPs, which was questionable. Let's go on to King Cook. I'm definitely getting that Bain jersey now. And Vince Mitchell, to say Jason Licht's a good GM just goes to show you biased opinions does a disservice what's going on outside of 2026. There's been 84 players drafted by Jason Licht, and only 12 have been re-signed. 12, mind you, Kyle Trask was one of those players. How many whiffs has he had in free agency? He's had some whiffs. He's also had some hits. I just talked about 82%. 50 to 56% of those players, what is it, 72% of those players go from the draft to being contributors on this team, multi-year starters. Sometimes you got to go on free agency to help you out because you missed on a JTS. I get it. You missed on him. You missed on a Braswell, so you go out and get Hassan Reddick. It doesn't work out. How about Shaq Barrett? How about JPP? Are those good for you? How about Ndamukong Suh? Is that good for you? Those are free agents. Was those good? Ryan Jensen, is that a good free agent? Did he miss on that? Come on. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do this. You want this smoke? I got it for you. Ryan Jensen, free agent. How good was he? He's real good, wasn't he? Okay. And then you won't, Rob Gronkowski, you traded for him. Well, Brady traded for him. Brady wasn't the GM. Jason Licht was. They got the trade done. Antonio Brown went crazy after a year, still helped him win a Super Bowl. Leonard Fournette, free agent. He got him. Jason Licht gets credit for that. I know BA was the coach. I know Tom Brady was the quarterback. Who signed him? Jason Licht. 82%. Baffled. Numbers are there. Oh, I can't agree with that. The numbers are there. The metrics are there. Why do you think the Glazers hold on to him in the first place? All right, I'm done. I'm done with you guys. Let's go out. One more last comment. Statistics are good as the questions are made. Making a mediocre roster, staying in the roster for multiple years doesn't say anything about the quality of the draft. Okay. I got to agree with Peter on this one. Light's free agency is elite. Thank you. Let the truth set you free.
Yes! Yes!
Shaq Barrett on a 1-year contract, 19 and a half sacks. He struck out on free agency on that one. Ndamukong Suh changes the presence of your defense, changes the run stopping ability of your defense, transforms your pass rush. Oh, that wasn't a good one, right? No. JPP, 3rd round pick for him. He turned into a consistent starter. Oh, that's not good enough. That's not good enough at all. Ryan Jensen on your offensive line, a stable leader, a leader for that offensive line, an anchor. When you lose Ryan Jensen, your offensive line goes to hell. Not a good one. My gosh. I mean, AQ Shipley, they picked him up. He was pretty good. He had to come in and start for that team. He wasn't any good either, huh? No, he wasn't any good. Only block for Ronald Jones in the longest run in Tampa Bay Buccaneer history for 98 yards. Carolina, again, if you guys want to go down this road, please, let's do it. But once again, when you understand that you go down this road leads to a dead end here on the sports web. I love the commentary. I love the analysis. I love going back and forth with you guys. But you guys will not win this debate. It will not happen. But you can try. Monday and Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock here, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Instagram Live, LinkedIn Live. I'll try to be professional. Probably won't happen. TikTok Live. We got you covered here. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Facebook stars are open. YouTube super chats are open. Thank you very much, Realtor David Zuzman. Thanks to L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast. Once again, like and subscribe to this show. Subscribe to Bucs Latest if you want more Bucs information. If you want to comment without me saying anything, you can on the Fan Arts Network, Bucs Latest. Of course, you don't have to go far. It's up the block, Barbershop, 4946 Move Road in Holiday, Florida. They got me taken care of. I am styling and profiling. Woo! Give you a little Ric Flair action, and we'll wrap it up there. Again, thanks a lot to all the guests of the night. 3 things will keep it down for the housemates. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And, of course, for Tampa Bay sports fans and fans of the sports web, it's your time, especially Go Bucs fans. We'll see you next time here on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. As I always say on this show to end it off, Go Bucs. And guess what? I want all the smoke.